man. It's going to go right to you right now. Hey, go ahead. Look at the camera. Sorry, I totally messed everything up today. You're already on.
Wow. Hey,
Attention,
Don.
everybody. The views and opinions expressed in the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or its affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. So, yeah, here we go. Take it away, Steve.
Hey there, Don. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. I'm thankful to be awake on my birthday. That's
Yes,
okay. No, that was my
understanding. Huh?
I'm sorry about misunderstanding. Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm blessed.
Happy birthday to you.
Go ahead and sing.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Dawn. Happy birthday to you.
There we go. Thank you. Lovely.
Oh, boy, you're looking great anyway. I appreciate you getting up early in the morning and talking to me. Oh, yeah. Man.
Well, my pleasure.
Well, I got all your CDs here, and I didn't know, I Need You More Today is a third song, and I'm like, did you redo that or remix it, or did you just go ahead and sing it the way you wrote it?
That track was the first professionally published track by the Bishops, and that was the first time I've ever recorded it. So okay. I just used their original soundtrack.
Well, there you go.
CentralAngelHearts.com?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Angel Hearts or Central?
CentralVAAngelHearts.com.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
So check this out.
All right. Is that Tanner?
Yep.
Yes, that is Tanner.
All right. Tanner.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead with the show.
Anyway, I just wanted to say hi to Matt's son there. Anyway, so you've been a busy young lady, I guess, in the last few years, and we're going to get to that. But let's go back to your testimony and basically just tell us how you became a Christian, and we'll talk about Sunnyvale here in a little bit.
Yes. So I was raised, by wonderful, godly Christian parents, brought to church from the time I was a baby. And when I was nearly 6 years old, I saw another girl from our age group being baptized on a Sunday night, and they were talking about salvation. I said, I need to do that. That's something I need to do. So at the end of the service that night, I was wearing my little whirlybird beanie. You remember those things?
I remember
I still have
those.
mine. I walked. Yeah, I walked down the aisle, and I think I do. I walked down the aisle and told our pastor, Pastor Martin, that I wanted to be a Christian. I wanted to accept Jesus. So, Mr. Carr took me to the little counseling room, prayed with me. And a few weeks later, I met with all the deacons. They wanted to be sure I understood what I had done so I could be baptized. And yes, I wanted to be baptized. So I was baptized shortly after I was 6 years old. And I remember the night that I got saved, that I told my parents I was just so happy to be part of the group of people that were saved. And we were singing a little song at home called "Save, Save to Tell Others." And I just felt a new joy because I belonged. So. And when I was 18, a lot of our friends had gone to we had the Vacation Bible School for the teens. Some of them said that they didn't think they had actually been saved, so they got saved. And I'm like, well, Lord, I know I was saved when I was a child, but what if I missed something? I've been doing all this neighborhood evangelism, child evangelism things, leading children to Christ. I said, am I really saved? And so it's like, the devil just says, you just might not be, So I said, okay, Lord, I'm going to settle it now. So I settled it that summer that I was 18, and never had a doubt since then.
Amen. Yeah, I did the same thing. I thought I was saved and went through Vacation Bible School, and And I did the same thing, went through my counsel kids, led people to the Lord, led kids to the Lord. I did the same thing. So, but it's okay to reassure yourself. It is.
Absolutely.
So the Sunnyvale days, you were speaking about Vacation Bible School. Those were the days. And I think I met you when you were in second grade, third grade.
Well, we were little, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, I
Is
know.
this light
Well,
washing me
actually,
out too much?
well, between you and I and Whitney and I don't know how many others, we kind of stuck together like a clan through our elementary school years. And oh man, what a fun time that was. Anyway, so Sunnyvale Chapel. Now, I don't know. I told Pastor Larry, I contacted him and said that you and I were going to be talking today. So I don't know if he's watching or not. So if you're
he is,
watching,
hi.
Pastor Larry, what was that?
I said, if
What
he
was that?
is, hello.
Hello, this is Steve and Dawn. Oh, anyway, those were the days at Sunnyvale when Pastor Larry was here, and I think that's when we started Neighborhood Bible Time.
Yes,
Um,
it was a good
oh, yeah,
program.
and it was a great program. And then there was camp, and I think we went to New Life a few times. I didn't go to New
Hmm.
Life all that much, but I did. I think I did 2 or 3 times in my elementary years, and I think you and I met in Whirlybirds. That's what it was.
Oh, yes,
Whitney and you and I
absolutely.
all clan together in the Whirlybirds, and I don't know if Whitney has her beanie or not, but I've got mine in the helicopter somewhere. So, what is your biggest takeaway from Sunnyvale and being little and everything? What do you remember most? What is your fondest memory?
Wow. Well, when I've gone back in recent years, I just reflect on the fact that that's my faith journey began there. Um, Knowing that I was saved, and that's where it took place, baptized. And then just all the wonderful Sunday school teachers and youth leaders that were just so fun and so patient with us. And the music program, my piano teacher, Jackie, she's great and she's doing well. And um, the church's tolerance for my tendency to want to be more countrified in my musical tastes, which really aren't that country, but I mean, compared to what the standard music was, they
Yes.
just thought I was cute, trying to be hillbilly.
And then until you
But
came
I don't know.
along
I
and started
just
playing the piano.
yes, and to my sheer surprise, 9 years ago, I became a regular church pianist. And I love it. I love it. So I'm just real thankful for that. Had a good solid background in piano teaching. My church is tiny that I go to now, and but they love me and I love them, and it's just been wonderful.
Yeah, you sang for a while too. I mean, actually, your mom, dad, and Doug, your brother, you guys all sang for a while together. As soon as the choir went down, it was usually the Beardens, your cousins, or Uncle Keith and Aunt Vivian and your
Yeah.
mom and dad, and then it became you
Hmm.
guys as a family. So, how long did that
Yeah.
last?
Well, mom and dad and I didn't really start singing regularly until about 1988. Um, I was living in North Carolina, but I was getting ready to move back to Virginia, and we had started singing, and we weren't very quote organized as a singing group, but we had a little repertoire of songs, and they had some churches call us and to do some special things. So, and a lot of our singing was done in prison, and they let us out anyway. And people talk about a
Amen.
captive audience at prison, but honestly, I'll tell you, I felt more freedom in prison to sing to the inmates than I do at church sometimes, because the majority of those inmates they were hungry for. Well, first of all, they wanted to be in the service. they had a choice whether to go or not, so they chose to go. And most of them were seeking, were hungry, they were wanting something positive. A few of them were there from other religions that were sent to disrupt, but they didn't usually succeed. But we sang a lot in prison, and it was just a real blessing to us. And so that's why I built my confidence. Singing was there, and then we took it outside the walls a little bit. And we sang together until 96 when my dad started having health issues, and then he couldn't sing anymore. And one night, my mom and I were going to sing in prison, and we were joined by another lady was going there to sing, named Joanne Willis, and we got to know her, and we ended up just doing a couple of songs together, just trying it out, and that became the basis for what became Rose of Sharon. And in the process of trying to figure out how to get Rose of Sharon's name out there, I ended up putting together a benefit concert for a young man named Josh Boyer in February of '97. That sort of introduced us to the people.
You know what, Don? Can you hold on? I don't know what's going on. We got a special speaker or something. Somebody's trying to call in.
Right.
Hold on, just a second. Okay.
All right, you're live. Go ahead and say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
There you are. Say hello. You're on the air.
Well, hello, Dawn.
Whitney.
Do you know who this is?
Of course I do. Yes. Hi, Whitney. Thank you for that. I'll have to return the favor in a few weeks.
That's right. We're all birthday babies, aren't we, Whitney?
That's
That would
right.
be
And so is
me.
Steve. Yeah. And Steve,
Mine's
too.
next Tuesday.
Yep, absolutely. You're always a year
Hey,
older than me until
What?
Yeah, we are.
Hey, Whitney, I want my Snickers bar. Oh, man. Oh.
I'll give you some
I must.
see you next time.
All right. Well, Don, we just wanted to surprise you, and I told Whitney that you
Aw.
needed to get. So we wanted to surprise you, and so Whitney, I'm glad. Thank you very much for calling in. You can stick around for a few minutes, but Don, we were talking. Actually, Whitney, we were talking about whirly birds and the good old days of elementary and how we all got together and stuck together. And, just before we go on with that, though, we're going to go ahead and take a break right now. We'll be right back.
People that have mental illness are not weak. They're the strongest people I know because we've had to endure so much.
Insane Asylum, by the way, they're our sponsor for our $100.
They were last week.
Or they were last week, and actually, Deborah Watson was our $100 winner. And by the way, I've got the information to give to Pam. So
Okay, good.
so anyway, Deborah Watson, congratulations, and we're going to get right back to what we were talking about. Whitney, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I thought you were going to say something.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, I just wanted to call in. Dawn and I are best friends since we've known each other. Actually, we were in the church nursery together. And so we've grown up together, and we've been best friends for a long time. And I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Well, thank you, Whitney.
Thank you so much.
And we'll talk to you soon again, Whitney. I'll have you back on, and we can do some more chit-chatting.
All right. You take care, Steve.
All right.
And praying for you and Rachel. And Dawn, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Love you too.
Said she loves you too.
All right. Well, wasn't that a nice surprise, Dawn?
Yes, it was very nice.
No, we've been planning this for a little while.
Okay.
Anyway, so let's get back to you now. As we were talking about the Sunnyvale days and your most fond memories, I guess you're in the middle of talking about your fond memory.
Yeah, and then of course, the progression of singing with going back to Sunnyvale, I remember we were learning how to sing harmony, and we did some teens involved competitions, and there was 5 of us, me and Whitney and the twins and one more girl. I'm trying to think of who it was. Singing a little quintet. It might have been Yvonne, I don't know, but I said the twins, Jerry and Terry Porter, whose birthday is tomorrow.
Yep.
And I think maybe their
Happy
sister
birthday,
Yvonne was
Jerry.
part of that group. Yeah. But we actually did pretty well with that little song we roused up and learned. So that was exciting and just a stepping stone. And then one of the teens involved competitions, I actually won the local area solo competition and went on to regionals with that. Didn't progress any further, but it was fun. But
But
so
no, it
mom
was
and dad and I
fun.
sang till about 96. Yeah. We sang till about 96, and then Joanne joined us, and we got out there in the public eye with the Josh Boyer concert we did to help that family. And then a month later, Josh Boyer passed away. So for the next 6 years, we did the Josh Boyer Memorial Benefit, which was the foundational precursor to Angel Hearts, which is the ministry I'm involved in now. And as far
Right.
as singing goes, Joanne changed gears and went to another group in 2006. We had a young man named Jeremy Bell sing with us for a couple of years, and for one of those years, we also had a bass singer named Bob. And then after a couple of years, Jeremy and Bob had dropped out, and Jeremy needed to take some time away. And so Mom and I were like, okay, what do we do? We weren't really a big traveling group at that point, but we had changed our name to Garden of Grace as opposed to Rose of Sharon because I figured a guy being in our group didn't want to be a rose. And he probably was tired of the jokes about being the thorn, and the rose and everything. So we changed to
Oh,
Garden
man.
of Grace, which made it more friendly to a mixed name. And a fellow named Mark Eads in my town joined Mom and I to sing just for the benefit concerts that we do with Angel Hearts, because Mark is a real busy person and we didn't want to start putting him on a traveling schedule or anything like that. So he and Mom and I, several years did these concerts. We'd get together before concerts and practice and all that. And we began to talk about adding a guy from our Angel Hearts choir again, who sings bass. But in the midst of all that happened, then my mom got sick and then she passed. So it was like, what do I do now? But Mark stuck around, because we weren't keeping him super busy, but he stuck around. And Ken, of course, was hanging around. So I needed another vocalist. And we found from our choir a lovely young lady. She's 21 now. Her name is Leslie. And she sings soprano. She's got a beautiful soprano voice. Sounds like she should be on Celtic Woman or something. I mean, she's got that lovely airiness to her quality. But so we are 4 very different individual kind of people coming together to make a little mixed quartet, and it's just been a lot of fun. So we still sing for the benefit concerts, and we're getting ready for our next one in August. So that's my singing. I've made my couple of solo programs. I did do some comedy for a while, some ventriloquism, but kind of just on a back burner with that right now.
Well, that's okay. It sounds like this is more important. So when did you actually start the Angel Hearts? Wasn't that back in 2002, 2003?
Right. We started doing Warren Smoot Memorial Benefits in 2001, and that became the cornerstone of the flagship for Angel Hearts when we went ahead and got that organized in 2003, and then started calling it Angel Hearts, concerts. And then we got established with the IRS and 501c3 and all that stuff. We did the paperwork in 2006, but it went retroactive to 2003. So we officially have been an organization since 2003. So that's getting on to almost 18 years.
Yeah. No, I thought that started with your dad when your dad passed, and you guys did a memorial for him, and so
Yes,
I guess
we
that's
do
where
that
I got
every
that.
year. That's it, right. That's the flagship concert. That was the foundation because in the intermediate time, we were still doing Josh Boyer concerts in the wintertime. And then when we changed gears, made that the winter angel benefit in the winter, that just became, it just all kind of came together by 2003. So by 2004, we were doing winter angel. So.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. And then you changed it to your mom. You dedicated your winter to your mom. Is that correct?
Right. So now the wintertime concert in February is the Jerry Smoot Winter Angel Benefit, and the summertime concert is the Warren Smoot Memorial Benefit. And here we go. Of course, we lost 2000 summer concert, and we lost the 2021 winter concert due to the COVID, of course. But we're getting ready to gear back up, raising our sponsorships and all that kind of good stuff. So
you've done 53 local concerts?
That's about right, yeah. Since 1997.
Wow.
So,
and then you've helped 45 people and their families in Central Virginia.
Yes. And somebody said I should tally up the amount of money we've raised to help people, and I've just kind of lost count. I had it one time. In fact, it had been published on the website, and it may still be on there at that time when I had updated that, but it's surpassed that since then. So we've raised, well, I don't know. Maybe have we raised 100,000 yet? Probably not 100,000, but dozens of thousands.
That's good. So they can reach you actually at the banner. The banner right there below you is showing how they can get in touch with you. Will they be talking to you, or were they? How are they?
Anything. If you go to the centralvaangelhearts.com, there's a contact page. And if you send an email through that, it does come to me. Yes.
Okay.
And
all right,
we're gonna get that updated very soon because of the next concert coming up. I'm a little slow. I'm working full time now for the first time since 1993, and so it kind of cuts into my free time to do all my fun
quite
stuff.
A few jobs.
I can't keep a job.
Well, no. Hey, but you're a great phlebotomist, right? Just taking after your mom.
I'm a phlebotomist. She was a nurse. Mom was a nurse.
No, a nurse. Well, there is a difference, isn't there?
Well, she could do phlebotomy and very well at that, but I didn't want to go become a full-fledged nurse. I just wanted to be, when I decided to be a phlebotomist, that's all I wanted to do was phlebotomy. Because you can be a CMA and you can learn phlebotomy plus a lot of other things. I wasn't interested. I just wanted to be really good at what I did because it is a bit of an art form to do well.
And you love Appomattox, or you take time. You and Bobby, your husband, don't you guys go over and to do a reenactments? And aren't you a spinner?
Oh yeah. I met my husband doing Civil War reenacting, and the first time I did meet him was at Appomattox, even though we don't remember much about the meeting other than being introduced, and that was it. But 3 years later, we got introduced again, and then the rest, they say, is history. But shortly after we got married in 91, he kind of lost interest in the reenacting, so he's very seldom put on any kind of Civil War era clothing to do anything. He certainly hasn't been a soldier in over 30 years, but I continued an interest in history, and in the meantime, I taught myself how to knit, and then I wanted to learn how to spin. So in 2011, no, get this straight. Somewhere in the 2000s, I saw a spinning wheel and went crazy. I said, I need to know how to do that. But it wasn't until 2010 that I learned how to spin and then got my first wheel. And it's a hobby like any other addiction. I can't have just one wheel. Can't have just a little bit of wool. It's got to have,
And then there's your little sheep.
Oh yeah, well, my sheep thing is interesting. If people really ask me the roots of my sheep addiction,
yes, there's sheep everywhere.
My license plate on my vehicle is a little lamb. Go figure. But now I saw an episode of MASH where it was Easter, and the Greeks had brought in a lamb to have for their dinner. It was a live lamb, and Radar couldn't stand the thought of that lamb being killed, so he shipped it home to his farm under the name of Charlie Lamb. But the video, just look at it, it just melted my heart But I got thinking about Easter and Passover and the lambs that were slaughtered, and my heart just melted because I thought about Jesus, the sacrificial lamb. And I said, and of course, people, who know sheep know that they're not real smart, but the Lord compares us to sheep because we're not real smart. And
Wow,
I was like, I
thank you
just
very much for that
suddenly,
compliment.
yeah, I resemble the remark too, so,
Yeah.
but,
Uh,
but,
yeah, we're
sheep, for
gonna
all their stupidity,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, sheep, for all their stupidity, are still precious in God's sight,
Amen.
as we are, and they're just cute. And of course, little lambs are the most
They're not
adorable thing in the
bad.
world. They're not
Did you
bad.
hear?
That's right. I saw a
Well,
baby bison last night. Oh, go ahead.
you know what? With that thought, if you can hold on to that thought, we're going to be right back right after this. And that's Axe Fest starting tomorrow. Tomorrow.
We'll be live streaming the sandwich competition. I've got a lot of work to do today because I've got to go and get something to smoke.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make
He's a great smoker.
a pulled. I think I'm gonna do a pulled pork
Ooh.
sandwich.
Oh, I love pulled pork. Oh,
Smoked
if y'all
pork.
ever come to Tennessee, East Tennessee, to Sevierville, you got to go to Tony Gore's. I'm putting a plug in for Tony. But
I'll
I'm
tell
sure
you
yours
what,
was good too, Matt.
I'm kind of partial to it, so
Yeah.
I love to do it. I'll
Oh,
let
I
you guys
love
get back at it. I
it.
apologize.
Oh no, that's right. He's a great smoker. He really is. He's a smoking kind of guy.
If I hadn't had a clue what you guys were talking about, I might have gone. But anyway, I'm gonna take my
Anyway,
glasses off because they're glaring. Anyway,
with that thought, you can continue with that.
well, just
We were
talking about
about
sheep, and then
yeah. Yep.
sheep being stupid, but they
Oh,
are
of
sweet.
course,
They're cute.
of course, you would leave, or you start out with that one.
Well, we are. If you ever heard,
Well, we
if you ever
are.
heard of the comedian Ken Davis,
Oh
he's got
yeah,
a
he's
sermon called Super Sheep, and that melted my heart even more because he doesn't like sheep because he was raised with them, and I get that. He had to live with it as a kid, but the analogies and the points he was making just hit home, and it just reinforced my love for the little vulnerable things. And so
yeah.
then
I've seen
I find
pictures.
sheep stuff everywhere, and they're just so cute. I got to hold one a few weeks ago. It was kind of, I first met this lamb when she was being bottle fed and just barely any weight to her at all. And then I saw a couple months later, and I was still able to pick her up, but she had grown considerably. But she liked me, and she put her little chin on my shoulder, and I'm like, oh.
I thought I saw a picture of that on the
Yeah.
you put on Facebook or something. When I thought,
Yes.
man, that is a classic picture.
Oh.
Oh, it looks so cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just
calm.
remember some of the fondest. We don't have a whole lot of time left, but I just all the information that you have for Central Virginia Angel Hearts is on our screen, and people can get a hold of
Okay.
you. And I didn't know if you wanted to mention your phone number or not. We're careful about putting people's phone numbers on there. So, did you want to use your phone number?
Best thing to do is just check by email. You can take that Central VA Angel Hearts and put it at yahoo.com. And that also
Okay.
comes straight to me too, instead of going through the website. And I can, there should be a phone number on the website if you want to call.
Okay.
So you can just
All right.
look under
That's a good
contacts.
idea. That
Yeah.
was, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
it is a local ministry. I've had dreams of it one day, becoming a network of places doing kind of the same thing we're doing. We bring in gospel music, some of the best artists, and we don't
Like who?
charge the public anything. Well, like who? I gave you a list. Do you have your list there in front of you on Messenger?
Well, yeah, you've got Jeff and Sherry Easter, Adam Crabb, Gold City, Greater Vision, Squire Parsons, the Kingsmen, the Dove Brothers, Karen Peck and New River, and the Nealons, and many more. So, man,
Yeah,
and go ahead.
August 21st, our next one, we're having Jim and Melissa Brady. He used to be with the Booth Brothers. And then the Williamsons, who are very good friends of mine, they're from Oklahoma. They have been coming here about every other year for our concerts since 2005 when they were the Homesteaders. And Donnie Williamson is actually a member of our board because he's just fallen in love with our ministry, and he's got a lot of business wisdom and industry wisdom, and he's just been a huge asset to what we do. So we bring, and of course, their group is phenomenal. And if y'all out there promote concerts, get the Williamsons. I mean to tell you, Lisa Williamson is one hot singer and songwriter, and a good Christian, of course, you know. But I mean, when first time I heard
I
her,
hope so.
even back, 2005, her voice was just like, that is the quintessential gospel singer voice. And
Mm-hmm.
people just haven't caught on and figured that out yet. You know, I mean, they've had a couple of #1 hits on the Singing News, yes, but people really just haven't figured out that she's got the chops like Deborah Talley or Vestal Goodman or somebody. She's just fantastic. And of course, their girls are coming along, Sadie and Olivia. They're like my adopted girls. Since I don't have children, they're kind of like my girls, you know. I'm Aunt Dawn to them. Or, no, actually to them, I'm the pink lady. I have been ever
Yes,
since they were little.
you were pink for quite a while.
Yeah. I'm
Pink
still a lot of
everywhere.
pink stuff. But, you know, I'm branching out a little bit. Actually, at the last concert last year before COVID hit, Leslie and I wore green dresses because my mom loved green, and it just seemed like the thing to
Aw,
do. Kind of changing gears, but anyway, yeah. But like
your mom and dad they were like my mom and dad. I mean, they were like, to me, they were
parents to
like my mom
you,
and dad.
yeah. Oh, I know
And
it. I know. My mom and dad adopted a lot of kidlets, you know, in those days.
oh, we
You and
had
Whitney
so much fun
definitely
at
were
your
like,
house.
oh, I know, we did.
After
Yeah,
church, we went to your house and had ice cream and then I'm not going to go there, but anyway.
No, don't go there.
And then there was Doug and your brother Doug. I miss him, and I'm going to try to get him on the show.
Okay,
And
make sure he knows his video so he shaves.
by the way, I don't know if you remember Cindy Flowers, but she told me to tell you happy birthday.
Oh, well,
It was
thank
Cindy.
you.
It,
The
it
name
was Cindy
is
Catanzarite.
okay.
It was Cindy Catanzarite, I think, when you met her. It might have been Cindy Flowers because she married Phil Flowers. Jackie's nephew, Jackie and Ken's little brother.
Kinda. Yeah,
Anyway,
kinda.
but anyway, she wanted me to tell you how she remembered you, and she said, "Well, tell her happy
Oh,
birthday."
thank
So
you.
you've got a lot,
Appreciate
and
that.
then Rachel told me the same thing. She said, "Tell her I love her and happy birthday."
Oh, we'll tell her I love her and thank you very much.
I will. Well,
Mm.
man, I can't believe time's flying here. Pretty soon, we got about another minute left, and is there any other thing that you'd like to say? Final thought?
I have a mouth that could go on and on and on, so I better not get started. But
No, that's okay. I mean, I believe you.
just thank you for letting me be on here today and share a little bit about Angel Hearts. We just try to help people. Our motto is easing the burden one life at a time, and we're just plugging away doing that right now as the Lord leads. And maybe one day I'll get back into singing out there a little bit, but my voice has to kind of improve a little bit. It's had some issues the last couple of years, so.
Uh,
My latest CD was recorded 5 years ago when I had a clearer voice, so
that was
I'm thankful I got it done
timeless,
while I did.
right? Was that the
Yes.
timeless, or what? Was that
The
timeless?
Timeless
Tried.
Tried and True, that's the most recent, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought because I was reading the back of it, and then your hair really was done nice. I mean, it was all done up and
Oh,
everything.
thank you.
Woo!
I did it myself. You know, it was the same day I did the front cover and did the back cover. I just popped it up there and changed clothes and had a great
Wow.
photographer captured that's inside my church. And if you open the CD up, there's a picture of the outside of the church, my little Methodist church that I'm play the piano for. So
Ah,
my little church in
wow,
Grit.
man.
And if you think of Grit, Virginia, Grit is the home of Ricky Van Shelton and NASCAR driver Stacy Compton. So it's actually
Okay, I'll
got its own
remember that.
claim to fame besides me. Ricky
Homer.
Van just lives a few miles down the street from the church and everything, but we don't see very much of him. He's pretty quiet these days.
Yeah, I think he's been here in Branson a few times.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, yeah.
Well, this is actually, we're in Springfield, but down in Branson.
Right.
We
Maybe
but,
one day I'll get
yeah,
over that way to say hey.
yes, please. I mean, we need, and Rachel's going to plan on recording your song. I Need You More
Very
Today.
good. I'm so honored.
But it's going to be a worship version.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. That's
So
We
we're
don't-
getting
have we
we're
done
getting
We don't have that pulled up.
okay. That's okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're getting ready to get out of here, and so, but Dawn, thanks again. Love you, and say hi to
Thank you.
Doug
Love you
when
too.
you get a chance,
I will.
and
I will.
and Bobby, and
I sure
we'll
will.
talk again. We'll talk again real soon.
Sounds good.
Okay,
All right. Take care.
folks. Yeah, take care. Thank you very much, folks, for joining us, and we'll be with you next week again with Silver Linings, and we've got a great guest for you again next week here in studio. Thanks a lot. Take care.